Hi there. Are there things about sex you wish you had known before you got married? Well, that's what we're talking about today. I'm Mary Whitman Ortiz, Christian sex educator, relationship coach, and author. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love to create a safe space to have these conversations, especially for Christians, where I have found there is missing information. And unfortunately, that missing information can come back later on and be a problem. So we are going to expose some of these topics that rarely get discussed, but will absolutely help you, whether you're married or you are marriage-minded and taking really healthy steps to prepare for a wonderful marriage. So please subscribe and like and share and check in with us every week for a new video. All right, today we're going to be talking about the potential for discomfort during sexual intimacy. It catches people by surprise, and typically if someone is going to feel the physical discomfort and the emotional vulnerability, it's going to be the woman, just by nature of anatomy and design. So I really want to give this heads up for women, but I want men to know that this is going on. There are so many times that you as an individual are having an experience in intimacy and it's going amazing for you. But what you don't realize is that your spouse may be having a completely different experience. And we want to bring light to that today to reduce this roadblock so you can get to the sweet spot that God designed for marriage sooner. And you may ask, so why does this discomfort happen? You know, you watch TV and these movies, and it doesn't look like anybody's having discomfort there. So there's a big pushback for that. So I want to figure out, why does it happen? So truly, if you just look at men and women, they're very different. They're different on the inside, they're different on the outside. So we have different sizes and weights. And so just lining up bodies sometimes is gymnastics. And if it's a new experience, it could feel awkward because you are very close. And even as you mature in your marriage, there are so many changes that happen through childbirth, through carrying more responsibility. Bodies change. So this is not just for newlyweds to understand that all of that lining up the bodies is going on. It's for your entire marriage. So we have those physical differences. We have the anatomical function that's different. So for sexual intimacy to take place, there are different movements and frictions happening. This is going to be at different speeds and different intensities. That's a lot to line up. I mean, it's a perfect working machine, but it is not instant and automatic because it is a process. And then also you have to remember, this is a unique expression for both spouses. And when I say that, I mean they receive pleasure and sensations uniquely, and they give and express themselves in their sensations and pleasures very differently. So two very separate individuals, possibly different motivations for why and how they are doing something. That is a lot of odds to overcome, but you can, and I'm going to be describing that for you shortly. Before that, though, I want to give some questions to you. These are some struggles that might be forming in your thoughts, but maybe you've never put it into words. So it comes in this question that says, something wrong with me? Is something wrong with us? when there is discomfort in sexual intimacy. So I've hinted at comparing yourself to the media and those images. And remember, that's fiction. So the fact that you are a unique person and things might feel awkward and they're not automatic, it doesn't mean that anything is wrong. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you some more help with that one. The second question might be, why is it so much work? I never knew it was going to be this much work. Well, I love that God is taking two people and he's making them one. And that is a process. But absolutely, the bonding that takes place, the trust that you begin to grow as you lean into one another and experience this together, it will serve you so well in the long run in every area of your marriage. A third question is, will it always be this way? Well, there is a learning curve, and you can think about that with anything else that you have learned in your life. But the more understanding you have will bring more freedom. So it is worth that process, and every skill that you gain along the way will help you. And speaking of skills, I want to give you 3 guidelines to navigate potential discomfort in sexual intimacy. Number 1, speak up. Speak up. Your spouse is not a mind reader. They don't know what's going on inside your body, and they need you and want you to share. So speak up. Number 2, be creative in your sexual intimacy. If there's discomfort in one position, try a different position. There are so many positions, and truly I have this wonderful resource I'd love to share with you with hundreds of positions for sexual intimacy, and it's very user-friendly. It's just pictures that are drawn in stick figure form, so it's not an offensive resource. If you're interested in that, just in the comments let me know and I can get that to you. The third guideline is, if the discomfort continues, get support. Reach out. Talk to your doctor. Talk to a knowledgeable professional. You know, I'm a Christian sex educator, so I have these conversations often. Would be happy and honored to give you some feedback. You don't want discomfort in sexual intimacy to become a lifestyle. That is actually a habit for you to get out of. It is not where we want you to stay, and we want you to find out why the discomfort is happening and then give you solutions so that you are not staying at that place. Well, Father God just has his absolute best for you, and I want to encourage you to plow through some of these situations and to be able to embrace all of God's goodness to you through the gift of sexual intimacy in marriage.